Love you, babe. Miss you already. I'm trying to. Only reason she's still my motivation. Only reason I'm moving, because she was with me. We moving right now. We moving right now. I can still see it. I can still see it. Hopefully, I can, hopefully, I'm gonna try not to cry again, man. I just cried this morning already. I already cried this morning already. So I'm gonna just tell her. It's because, some stupid shit. I'm gonna tell her. And this ain't something she wanna hear, but I just gotta tell her. I just tell her everything. I gotta be honest with her. I'm gonna tell her I miss being mad at her. Well, I'm gonna try not to cry when I get over here. I'm gonna try to, well, I tell you. Right now, she be right in this people's yard. I be trying to get out that yard, Bailee. Well, all right, well, come on, you gotta get on leash now. She all up in the yard. But I'm gonna tell her that I'm debating if I want to tell her. I gotta be honest with you. I'm debating if I want to tell her. Because it's actually messed up. But I'm trying not to cry. I already didn't cry over this shit. I'm gonna tell her. You know the craziest thing, bro? I miss being mad at her. For all those little things. And now I can't be mad at her. And I'm gonna tell her I got mad at her again and she's not even here. I'm still getting mad at her. It's so messed up. It's so messed up. It's so messed up. I'm still getting mad at her. I'm still getting mad at her because it really did hit me. Of all things, I'm sitting here like, the things that she missed or that she's gonna miss one day, whatever, right? The one thing that did hit me was she gonna miss my first kid. And that was like, of all things to miss, if she was going to whatchamacallit, bro, honestly, if it was like a perfect world, I don't know how long the shit would have took, but in a perfect world, if she had passed away after I had my first kid, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't give a fuck, but I would take this shit a lot easier. I could at least be like, Bailee, you saw my first kid? All right. That would be the one fucking thing. And that's why, so fucked up, I'm still getting mad at her. So I'm gonna tell her. But I don't wanna, don't want to cry when I get to her. Because I wouldn't cry if she was here. And if I did cry, she would just curl up with me, man. And so I just want to tell her, I'm still getting mad at her. I ain't got nobody to get mad at. I ain't got nobody to just, none of that. And every time I think about any type of thing that I complain about, I wish I didn't complain about it. I wish I would have just let her. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have just let her. That's all she ever wanted to do. Yeah, anytime I just made her move, man. So, I'm gonna tell her. That was the one thing I got mad. I woke up and got mad at her again. I couldn't even get mad at her. I'm still getting mad at her. She's not even here. I know she's some shit she want to hear. I ain't know she want to hear. I'm gonna tell her. And then I'm gonna tell her about last night. I'm gonna tell her, I'm not even gonna say that it was hard to go to sleep because I only had 1 hour of sleep. And I woke up this morning. It wasn't the act of going to sleep. It was just the laying down and everything that's missing. Either me putting my jacket down and her laying on it, or just seeing her already curled up. She just already like, okay, we sleeping right here, then I'm gonna lay right here. And I'm gonna tell her it rained. I'm gonna tell her it rained. Cause she thought I was bullshit. But I said the next time it rained, I'm gonna go stand in the rain, cause she was with me the last time it rained. So I think those are the only things I'll probably say. So I don't know. I didn't want to eat last night. Just because I don't want to eat without her. Like, that was the whole fucking reason for getting food and shit. The whole fucking reason to get any type of food, because I have to make sure I feed her. So, that's what I'm gonna tell her. I know she probably won't hear the first shit. I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna say it again anyway. I'm gonna tell her. I got mad at her again, and she not even here. She like, fuck is you still getting mad at me for? Cause I can. Cause you ain't here. And if you was here, I'd get fucking mad. And I call myself sitting in the goddamn chair. And the last time I sat in this chair, she just kept whimpering like, let's go, man. Get off the fucking phone and let's go lay down. She can't talk, but that's what I feel like her whimper was saying at that time. So, by the time we get here, she running in the little field. And you know, I'm gonna always remember this spot. I'm gonna always remember right here, bro. For some reason, right here, every time, it's a goddamn squirrel. Bro, just imagine, bro. Every time you see a squirrel, hey, bro, that shit crazy. That shit crazy, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. Just imagine every time you see a squirrel, you think about your dog. Because your dog would have chased that shit. She ain't never catch it. She ain't never catch a squirrel. But every time, we get right over here. Every time we got right around here, you know, the shit crazy because I'm at least glad I got to like the live streams and shit. I could just sit there and watch it and shit. I'd be like, look at her. She'd be chasing the goddamn squirrel right across this little thing. And the squirrel done ran up the tree. And she don't know what to do, then she go back to sniffing. I'm like, did you even want the squirrel for real? Did you even want the squirrel? Did you even want the squirrel? She go right back to sniffing, man. Oh, man. You know my one shit? I'm not going, you know, I'm gonna try to be nice as I can, but you know, people pop in and out your life just to be nosy and shit. And they never really even care about what you got the fuck going on. They just want to know that they doing better than you. They just want to know that they're doing better than you and shit. Why the fuck would I talk to somebody who's been in and out my life? When Bailee was the most consistent person in my life. Bailee was with me every day. And I'm gonna tell her about that shit. I'm gonna tell her about that shit too. I can never say I was lonely. For the last 5 years, I can never say I was lonely. I'm trying my best, babe. I'm trying my best, babe. I'm trying my best not to cuss people out. There's still some dumbass bitches out here, babe. Still some dumbass bitches. There's still dumbass bitches out here, babe. Asking me dumbass questions. I'm trying, babe. I'm trying, babe. There's still some dumbass bitches knowing what the fuck is going on, asking dumbass questions, babe. I'm trying, babe. I ain't gonna yell, cause you know people might think I'm mad. And ain't nobody more important than you. Ain't nobody worth getting mad at. Ain't nobody worth getting mad at. Asking me some dumbass questions. Bitch has been studying and stalking the fuck out of you. Fuck, I look like I answered a dumbass question. Talking about my dime dog. Fuck out my face. This her other field. This the field when it was raining, this the field she'll find a branch in. This the tree. I was standing right underneath this tree. Because it was raining. I was standing right underneath the tree. And I threw the branch. And then she just laid in the rain, bro. Chilling on the branch. So I'm gonna tell her. I sure did. I had to keep my promise. I think it's like 3 promises. I think. I might try to write them down, or, you know what I'm saying? The easiest one is, I know I will never eat all my food. I'm never gonna eat all my food. I'm just gonna throw some away or something. I'm never gonna eat all my food because I always have to share my food with her. So that's gonna be my way of sharing my food with her still. Just throwing away food. I'm never gonna eat the whole thing. The other one was, I think, Bailee always wanted to play at any time, most opportune time. She don't give a fuck about what's going on. Throw this goddamn stick. I think Bailee wanted me to play, so I called myself, whatever the fun I could have, was trying to make some jokes. So I'm gonna make sure I try to make some jokes and shit, or I try to laugh or something. I gotta stay, upbeat. Stay upbeat. And so I know I'm not gonna finish my food. I know I gotta try to play somehow, some way, at any time, at some point in the day, whenever I can. And the only thing hard about that is trying to figure out what the hell is fun. The only thing hard about that is trying to figure out what the hell is fun. And the shit that I used to do, I did it with her, even if it necessarily wasn't me giving her the attention that she deserves or needs. It's probably a bad joke. That's probably why she was like, "You gonna pay attention to me now? Now that I'm gone?" Made me rethink how I could have done the whole live stream. It made me rethink how I could have done the whole live stream. It made me think now I could have showed her more in the videos. And that's how it was the last time. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy the last live stream that she was alive, that's how the live stream ended. With me and Bailee on camera. And she won't do, and I won't doing nothing. I'm just laying there, and she like, "I'm gonna be right here." I said, "Okay." Shit, I'm still gonna play this music. The last song we heard together was "I Don't Wanna" by Leah. That's the last song we heard together. And then I think I know. I can just watch the stream and I can get the last. See, that's fucked up. Or it's a good thing. I can get the last songs we heard. I played. I think that was when I listened to that Hound Dog. I listened to Elvis. I listened to Michael Jackson. I played some Chris Brown. Played some Aaliyah. I played that Miguel song. I think. So, sitting next to her grave, I thought about making a video. But I never made a video I really like, you know? I ain't never made a video I really like. Feel like I'm gonna fuck up when I start talking. And shit ain't gonna be long enough. I feel so bad. Like, talking about her so much. I feel so bad talking about her so much. And then I'm saying, like, well, maybe I should stop talking about her. And then I feel bad because, like, that shit is so disrespectful to not talk about it. So, I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I just said. I just want to say it with her. Okay. I don't want to fuck it up. So, first thing I want to say when I get over there is I love you and I miss you. I don't want to fuck it up. I have to say that. I'm going to have to say that as soon as I get there. Anything else I say after that? Fuck it. But that has to be the first thing I say. I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to fuck it up. I'm still probably gonna fucking cry. And I even think about that the day that I don't cry. If I ever do that, that'd be fucked up. Okay. We gotta go talk to Bay. Usually I tie her up and she'll wait for me to go inside. And then we'll come out and she'll still be waiting on me. Oh, it rained last night. I gotta see how okay. It don't look too bad. Okay. just okay. I love you forever, and I miss you already. I love you, Bailee. I ain't fuck it up. I said it. I love you forever, and I miss you already. This is number 85. This is number 85. It's number 85, man. So, it's June 7th. It's June 7th. June 7th. I already told you I was mad at her. Not gonna tell her. I know she don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna tell her. I got mad at her again. Okay, I gotta be honest. I gotta be honest. I wasn't scared to go to sleep, and it wasn't hard to go to sleep. It was just, I was avoiding going to sleep. But I was tired. I didn't want to go to sleep. I didn't want to go to sleep without you. I know you wanted me to, I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to play fetch. You want to eat food. But I didn't eat last night. I didn't want to eat without you. I don't ever want to eat without you. So, my first promise to you is to never finish any food. The next time I get some pizza, the first slice is for you. I'm not eating it. Anytime I get some food, I'm not gonna finish it because I know I would share it with you. And if there's no food to share, so be it. But you always wanted to play at any time, no matter what was going on. So I think I'm trying to tell myself that you would want me to play more. You would want me to have fun. Regardless. Because you want to have fun at any point in time. The car broke down, you want to still play fetch. It don't matter what's going on. It's that or food. One of the two. So I caught myself sitting down in that same chair that you was annoyed at me in last time. But, you know, the terrible thing to say is that this time I didn't have to move. I could just sit there and I would never have to move. And I could sit anywhere and never have to move. But that's not what you would want. And that's not what I would do if you was here. But I sat there and then I was like, okay. And the way I'm gonna have fun right now is to just sit here and just talk about whatever and try to make a joke about whatever. And so I got 1 hour of sleep. On June 6th, between 4, so I fell asleep after 4 and woke up before 6. I just know it's somewhere about an hour, less than 2. But I had energy all day for some reason. I went to the safe spot and I thought about taking a nap and I said, hell no. Fuck that. So I was tired. By the time I went, I think I tried, it was after 1 o'clock and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go try to lay down. And this is what I'm sitting here talking about, babe. I go to lay down, I go to lay and I'm like, usually if I put my jacket on the ground, you would lay on it. Or you'd be like, okay, is this the spot that we're gonna lay in for the night? You would just lay. First you would try to lay with me. Or you would curl up in the spot by me. And I saw you. I saw you on my jacket and I saw you curl up in the spot. And so I didn't put nothing down. I walked away from the spot. I got mad at you again. I got mad at you again. And I can't, and I laugh because I'm sitting here thinking, you're not even here for me to get mad at you. And the craziest thing is, I'm sitting here saying, I miss being mad at you. I don't got nobody to be mad at. I don't got nobody to complain about. I'm sitting here talking, I want to complain about you. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Complaining. Nah, it's because you're not here. No. I miss being mad at you. And you know what I got mad about? Again? Of all things, Bailee. Of all times. The one thing I was legitimately, I'm sitting here like, if you was gonna go, because I thought about like, for however life goes and whatever happens, like you not being able to share those moments with you, I didn't particularly know what those moments were. I just knew that there would be a time and there would be moments that I do know particularly moments that I really do wish that you were here to see and be with me for. But the one that got me mad again was you not gonna be there for my first kid. And my kid's not gonna know you. I can show them all the pictures and the videos in the world of you. They're not gonna be able to pet you. You're not gonna be able to sniff them. You ain't gonna be able to lick them. You ain't gonna be able to play with them. They're not gonna be able to play fetch with you. They're not gonna be able to lay with you. Like they gonna see pictures and videos, but they not gonna know you. They're not gonna know you like I know you. Bailee, if you would have waited until the day my kid was born, if you would have waited till the day my first kid was born and then passed away, I'd still be mad at you. But I'll at least be happy you saw that. That was the one, that was the thing that made me mad again. Every time, like, fuck am I still getting mad at you for? And I know I ain't good with words. I hope that you know. I don't mean shit. But I'm mad that you ain't here. And I'm still mad at you, bruh. I'm mad at you, bruh. Might not be the word. I'm sad at you, bruh. I'm sad at you, Bailee. I ain't mad at you. I'm sad at you. You probably don't even want to be sad. I'm sad at you, though. Because for the first time, I could never say I was lonely, bruh. I ain't never said that shit. I can't think. I don't think I ever said that shit. I couldn't say that shit. I couldn't say that was one thing. Anybody else I can't say I was lonely. I couldn't say I was lonely. But now I can. I miss being mad at you, Bailee. I'm still gonna be mad at you. I love you, Bailee. If I ever felt crazy, boy, I know the rest of my days, if I ever had to be called crazy, the rest of my days, I'm gonna be like, I love you, Bailee. Now that's something crazy to say, bro. You gonna have me say that every day? And I didn't say it every day? I started saying I love you, Bailee, so much just to make up for the times I didn't say it. I'll tell you what. I'ma say I love you, Bailee. I don't know how many, whatever 5 times 365 and one fucking leap year is. I'ma say I love you, Bailee, more than that. I'ma say I love you, Bailee, for more days than you was ever here. I'ma say it. I'ma keep on saying it. You can't even hear it no more. I used to just say, love you, babe, just because. I would say it so much just to make up for the times I did, just to make up for the days I did not say it. As much as I keep saying I'm mad at you, I just mad at myself. I always say it. I kept saying, anything your dog gets into is your fault. I keep thinking, damn, I would have just had you on the leash. Or if I would have just called your name. If I would have just said, come here, Bailee. And you would have came. Boy, I could, boy. I don't know why I didn't call your name. I don't know why I ain't just say, come here, Bailee. That's crazy. That's diabolical. You still got me saying it. Come here, Bailee. I still see you. I see you running and sniffing, bringing me a stick, throwing it again if I don't pick it up. I'm sorry, Bailee. And sorry means nothing. The other thing was the unconditional love, and even on your last day, I pushed you away once because you stink. I threw every pine cone and stick you gave to me in the water so you would get in the water and watch off the stink. I laid back down, you tried to lay next to me again, and then I said, don't lay next to me because you're wet. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say, I want you to lay with me when you're stinky. But when you was wet, I should have been like, okay, just lay. And I see you again, just laying on the rock, away from me, because I pushed you away again. Oh, but then you came back again. After you dried off, you was laying in this. After you came back again and laid with me again. I laid in that spot that you was laying in. And I laid in the spot that we last laid in. I faced the same direction. I thought about taking a nap. I didn't want to do it. I love you and I miss you already. You can't hear the birds chirping. You can't just be laying here just watching cars go past. You can't, you're not here to sniff. You ain't here to be mad at me. You ain't here to give me a, you ain't here to give me a deep sigh just to lay down. Cause you really want to move around. But because I'm sitting down, you like, okay, we gotta sit here. Fine, I'm sitting here too. I can't. Thing is, I can hear you sigh right now. I can hear you do this little sigh and try to just like, sit and lay down and just wait for me to get the fuck up. Wait for me just to wait. Okay, when are you gonna get up and move so we can go run and play and go get up and move? Birds is chirping, babe. Birds is chirping, babe. I'm not sure if you like the birds chirping. You should chase the birds. I don't know how you always saw a squirrel. I don't know how. I walked past the spot and I knew there'd be a squirrel over there every time in the same spot, almost in the same little area every day. I don't know how you always find this squirrel. I ain't see a squirrel today. I ain't see it. If I did see it, I probably would have chased it for you. I wouldn't have caught it either. So, I can't even blame you. I used to joke and say you slowing shit. You ain't never catching this goddamn squirrel. I couldn't catch a squirrel either. I don't know why. I can't catch a squirrel either, babe. But if I would have saw a squirrel, I would have probably either tried to chase it or I would do something at it. You know how they say that people have little BB guns and be shooting squirrels and stuff? I thought about that just to bring you one. I feel like I wanted to drop a whole bunch of squirrels in a small play area for you, just to see what you would do if you ever caught a squirrel. It's gonna be, and this is the other part that I think is weird. I'm sorry, babe. I don't want to say it like this, but well, at least you ain't gotta, I would have to tie you up before I go inside anywhere. Now you ain't got to be tied up waiting for me. You ain't got to be waiting for me no more, Bailee. You ain't got to wait for me no more. And whatever the weather is, whether it's super hot or rainy or whatever, You ain't gotta wait for me. You ain't gotta wait for me no more. And I think about that, you know. Anytime I used to go into a place, I couldn't stay too long. I had to rush back out to get back to you. And that one time, bro, I had them 50 goddamn minutes. You waited for 50 minutes and you were still waiting on me. But now I think when I'm inside of these places, I don't gotta rush back out. I sat down in the building yesterday because I didn't have to come back out for you. I'm saying that to say, Bailee, I think I'm gonna go sit down in front of a computer for a little bit and try to make some stuff for you though, about you, for you. I don't think I'm gonna finish whatever I'm trying to do. You know, the easiest thing I could do is to take a picture, put it on the shirt, and make a shirt for you. I'm sitting here thinking, what picture? Of all the pictures I got of you, which picture is gonna be the one I put on a shirt? What shirt? What picture of you do I want to see? You know, the selfish part of me is want to put a picture of me and you, so I can see us next together. Another part of me is just like, it should just be you. The picture that is coming to mind, there's one picture. Oh man. You by yourself. You was just laying down. You just laying there. I was like, oh man. I'm glad you had your own fashion show, man. I'm glad you had your own fashion show. And you didn't care about nothing about no fashion. Anything I put you in, you was gonna mess it up. You was gonna roll around in the dirt. You was gonna get in some water. You was gonna get it dirty. You didn't care about nothing I put on you. You was like, get these clothes off me. I'd be like, come on, babe, for the picture, for the video. Come on. I don't like to technically talk in the past tense to say I was so in love with you. But I still am. I am so in love with you, baby. And I never knew why. And that was one of the things I don't even care to know why. All I know is I do. I don't want to know why I do. I just know that I do. There's times it hit me that just like, what could I do? Just to show you that I love you. That you will understand how much that I do. Cause you showed me, bruh. You showed me if there ain't not one goddamn thing I know you love me, bruh. Boy, I know that. Cause you just wanted to be near me. It's the wolf pack. Even if I told you to go run and this, that, and the third, you would say, you're sitting down, I'm sitting down. And boy, you knew me so well, man. If I grab this or grab that, you be like, all right, yep, it's time to go. He's like, we up, we out. Oh, he grabbed this? He grabbed that? Yep, it's time to go. We out. And where you going, Bailee? I ain't even had to tell you which way that we was going. You could really walk yourself. That was the crazy part. He was like, walking yourself. I'll look at you. You'll wait, and you be like, I'm like, yeah, you going the right way? You like, I know I am. I was waiting for you to catch up. I'm like, all right. But you really couldn't tell unless I told you which way we was gonna whatchamacallit. You knew the way to go. But sometimes like, we're gonna stop right here. Oh, you like, oh, all right. Then there's sometimes she would beat me to the spot. Sometimes she would beat me to the spot. I'd be like, we're not turning right here. And sometimes that shit, it would, the only time that would really hurt, or not that it hurt, it just made that, the time that would really make me stop and think like, is when we went past the river. She knew, like, when we walking down the road, she knew that it was this one spot. I don't even know what you call that. I don't know what you call the little metal thing that's on the side of the road that would basically like stop your car from doing, like when you bowling and they got them little things on the side? It's like that, but for the road. But we would just, hop over that to go to the river. But it was a certain spot we had to hop over. And it was because like, basically just because of people going down the same little spot. It's kind of almost like a path almost. But the trees are clear right there. So it's like trees, and then it's like this little clearing right here a little bit. And then, but it's like rocks and shit. But Bailee knew that spot. So it was like we would be walking, and she'd be like, she'd be pulling the leash. And so, because she knew the spot was coming up. You sure we're going to the river? And the time I'm like, we're not going there today. Or I'll let it, I'll take off the leash, and then she's just like, go. She go to the river, she find a stick or a pine cone, and she bring it to me. She always beat me. I always had to catch her to her. I was coming down the hill, and before I get down the hill, she done brought me 2-3 sticks. Or she at least done brought one stick, and I ain't throw it yet, so I just keep walking past her. So she run in front of me, and then drop the stick in front of me. And I keep walking past her, and then she picked the stick up, and she run back in front of me, and was like, I'm like, okay. And that's when I knew she was the happiest. Bro. If she could smile, if that was her happy moment of smiling, that's when she would do it. That's when she looked the happiest. That's what I can see right now. I can see her dropping the stick in front of me and panting. Because she just didn't run in, found the stick, and just like, throw it. I can, whatchamacallit, I don't know, babe. I think that was the hard part, babe. I think that was the hard part, babe. And that's good though, man. It rained. That's good though. It rained. Maybe if I ever get the money to, like get like the tombstones, or the best thing I could do. There's like, we don't know sculptors anymore, But I'm gonna try to. This is what I'm gonna try to. This is what I'm gonna try to do. And replace the if and put a when. Because that's my whole thing, right? Being the greatest artist ever. I've played with all these other mediums. I haven't sculpted. I did clay. Did some pottery. But instead of like, you know, some tombstones, you know, some of these tombstones, like just a slab. Not to say anything about, you know, but I think I'll try to make a statue of Bailee. I think I'll try to make a statue of Bailee. And that's something the AI can't do, right? The AI can't make a statue. I'll make a statue of Bailee. And then I still keep thinking, how selfish of me to put me with her, next to her. Oh, here's the one from yesterday. I didn't finish this one. I mean, maybe finished it. Maybe. That might be cool though, too, right? That might be cool to have a whole bunch of these. If I was to make a statue, should I make a statue with me standing next to her? I was looking through our pictures. I was looking through pictures. And we used to stand next to whatchamacallit. I was looking through our pictures, and there's this one picture. I almost forgot about it. I don't even know how I took the picture. Or I don't know if I asked somebody, could you take a picture? And we stood on this fountain. We stood on a fountain. Or we took a couple pictures this day. I think we took a picture standing on the fountain. I think we took another picture on the staircase. And it was like this flag or something behind us or something. Or a statue. I don't know. But it looked really, like, it was really cool. What I had on, I don't even know if I have that shirt. I don't even know if I could find that shirt if I wanted to. But I had a bandana on. I had a bandana, and I had some shades and a hat. I had cut the sleeves off my shirt, this and that. And I forced you to take a picture with me right here. You ain't want to take no picture. You probably want to take no picture, that's fine. But the selfish part of me says I'm glad that, again, I'm glad we took a picture so I have that memory. And you know, if nothing lasts forever, what makes love different? If nothing lasts forever, what makes love different? They say take a picture, it'll last longer. Take a picture, it'll last longer. But how long will a picture last? A digital picture? Oh, I think we have a timestamp on that. A digital picture or a physical picture? And if it's printed, it still might not last. It still might weather, tear, and somehow, some way, I don't know. I gotta figure out a way for every generation after me to know Bailee. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out every generation after me to know Bailee. You know, what's a famous animal we know? Like from past generations? I'm not sure. The Sphinx might be the only one that people considered an animal. But they chopped the nose off of that. But hopefully, I want future generations to know Bailee. I want future generations to know Bailee. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm not sure how to get it so that 500 years from now, they know her name, they know what she looked like. We don't know how to do that. Like, even if there's a way, like, even if there was a digital way to preserve, even if there was a digital way to preserve the memory of Bailee, you gotta sit there and think, will the people in the future generations, like, know how to interact with today's technology? Right? That's one thing to think about. So, when I thought about what picture I could possibly print, I was like, I went looking through my pictures, but you know, one of my things was I keep running out of memory, so I would delete pictures and videos. I'll delete pictures and videos. Bailee, what you think about the name Fake Rockstar? I was thinking about calling it the Fake Rockstar Show. Tangential Thoughts ends with you. I was thinking about naming it the Fake Rockstar. Let me know what you think about that, babe. I don't know if you like that. Until I come up with something better. So, I went looking for the last picture I took of Bailee. And you know how, again, this is just an aside. You know you're looking for something and you're not even sure what you're looking for. But I know exactly what I was looking for. And you know, like, you know how it kind of starts to feel bad, even just a little bit, where you're like, what was the last picture I took of Bailee? And I gotta scroll, and I'm like, and he's like, I'm scrolling a little too far. Why have I not taken a picture of her in so long? But it's not even like I had pictures of myself. It was just screenshots yeah, it was mainly just screenshots of just whatever, and it's just like, it wasn't me and her. The last picture that I took of Bailee was on March 26th. I don't think I necessarily took the best picture. Like, it could be a lot clearer. But the last picture of Bailee is on March 26th, 2025. And she laying in the pool. We went to the dog park. She was laying in the pool, and that was the last picture I kept of her. The last picture of me and her together was at the beach the day before. So that right there, the good and the bad in that, you know what I'm saying? the last picture of her, and that was the thing. So it's like, it's not pictures of me. It's not pictures of her. It's like, it's just screenshots of like Pokemon or memes. And what's it now? It's June 7th, so May, April. So it's 2 months of pictures of screenshots of Pokemon and whatever stuff I've seen on social media. And the last picture is on March 26th. The last picture I took of her is on March 26th, and the last picture of me and her is on March 25th. So March 26th, I took a picture of her at the dog park in the little pool, and the last picture of me and her was on March 25th at the beach. Panama. That was a day. I trying to think about the funnest day of her life. I think we all think the mask was a good idea. Every time I say that, I be trying not to make a joke, but I'm sure Bailee wants to play. The lesson was Bailee taught me you gotta play, you gotta do joke, you gotta do something. I'm playing Bailee. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. So now I don't know what I want to say. I think we all. Oh, her funnest day. I think that was probably. And it makes me so, and it you know, those like is that the memory. That like I was so happy when I tell you, and if anybody who was there that day, they could tell you the same thing. Bailee was the happiest dog there. She was just running. She just kept running, splashing in the water, running through the sand, just running. But everybody wants to be respectful, keep their dogs on the leash, and just have the dog just sitting there and this and that there. And I'll joke her. I was like, Bailee, your black side showing. You. She barking, not barking in the bad way, but she just barking and running and playing. I think that was the happiest day of her life, and I was happy. That was her first time at the beach, I think. Yeah, I think that was her first, and at this point, it was her only time at the beach. Ain't that some shit? I think that was her first and only time going to the beach. At least I have another video, her first time on sand. She didn't know what the sand was. We was at the park, and it's a volleyball net, and it's a little volleyball net thing, and we went to go walk past it, and so she walked up, and she walked up on that sand. She said, ah, sand was hot. She said, whoa, 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 whoa. She ran off it. When we get to the beach, and the sand was soft, and it's cool. That sand was really soft, and it's really cool. And I think that was one of her, like, her happiest days. Other days, I'll be like, Bailee, you went to 3 parks today. You gotta be this and that there. The other days, I'll be like, you know how many parks you went to today, Bailee? That's the only thing I can say. Because sometimes, at the end of the day, I would ask myself, okay, I know I did this, but did Bailee have fun today? Like, then there's like 3 parts of a day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta earn some money. That's one part. Then you gotta have some fun. And then Bailee gotta have some fun. I was like, there's parts of a day that has to happen. We got to the point where like, all right, we wasn't sure about the order. I was like, okay, Bailee, you had your fun today, Bailee. And since you had your fun today, I was like, okay, now we gotta go earn some money, and then now I gotta have my fun today. It was like those are the 3 parts of the day. If I had to sit here, I try to ask everybody else, you know, their perfect day and shit, and you know, you can't really put an order on this and that, or like the particular activity. You never know what you're gonna enjoy for the day. But that's how I kind of used to think of it. Now, if I had to make things simple, I'm not sure what it is, but there was okay, you got to earn some money. You got to play, and then Bailee has to have part of the day. It was my part of the day, Bailee part of the day, and I got to earn some money. Those would have to be like the parts of the day. Those would have to be like the parts of the day. In the order of that, whether it was the earning, my time, her time, earning, her time, my time, and her time had to be her time. I had to like, okay, I'm putting I fuck the phone, this and the third, Bailee, okay, you wanna play fetch? And then even because sometimes it wasn't even just a fetch, it's like we gotta go walk, she gotta go sniff, she gotta do this and that. I'm like, okay, all right, we're going for a walk with this and that. It had to be me and her. It had to just be me and her. Like I had to give her her time. Otherwise, I'll get to the end of the day and I wouldn't feel right. I'd be like, oh man, baby, I gotta make it up to you. And that's the other thing. I ain't gonna get mad at her, but I can't make shit up to her no more. Like, I don't have the opportunity to make up anything. I can't make up for no lost time. I can't make up for any of those other times where I could have spent more time with her. I can't do that shit no more. This right here, this don't make up for none of the time that I did not spend with her and I could have spent with her. This don't make up for that. She right here though. I know that much. I don't know for how long. I'm not sure how long it takes for, something to decompose. And they thought I was weird for just sitting there with her body. They thought I was weird for just sitting there with her body on me, laying on me. And I guess that's the thing, right? That's the thing, and that's the difference. To even if she's not alive, I think it's a weird thought, but if I really wanted to, I could dig this up and I could touch it. And can't nobody relate to that. For some reason, it's people in this world who can't relate to why you would do that. And I don't even know why I would do that. And I would do it. But that would be something weird to do. That would be something weird to do. If I was to dig up this grave just to touch her, just to pet her, and she not even alive, that'd be something weird to do. But for some reason, nobody can understand that. Why I would want to do that. I used to joke and say, I'm gonna get this and that jacket dry clean one day. And now, that's what I had on. This is what I had on when I carry her. One last time. Funny thing is, I used to carry her sometimes. They're like, you carry her around like she a baby. I'm like, shit. I don't even know why I was carrying her sometimes. That's another thing, right? The memory, you can't specifically remember. And that part is the terrible part. Because people understand, like the whole Alzheimer's and dementia. If you ever forget, like that's gonna be a thing. If I ever the pictures and the memories, That's the song from yesterday. And I take with me the pictures and the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It rained last night. I don't know if I said that. I think I did. It rained last night. And I stood in the rain for you for like 10 seconds. It wasn't too much. I took my shoes off because I didn't want my socks to get wet too. Took my shoes off and I looked up. Well, I didn't look up. I just put my face up. I stood in the rain for a little bit. Because the last time it rained, you was sitting in the rain, man. The last time it rained, you was sitting in the rain. I was like, what are you doing? So the next time it rained, I sat in the rain. I ain't sitting in the rain. I just stood in the rain for you, though. I was getting sleepy. But I had already said that. I said, if it rains again, I'm standing in the rain. And then it rained. I was like, oh, you think I'm playing? I'm playing. I'm still having fun, babe. I'm playing. I said, you think I ain't gonna do it? What? I used to want to. If it rained, I get very anxious about the rain. I get very anxious. Like, we gotta go here, we gotta hide from the rain. But now, I don't want it. It's not that I want it to rain right now or anything like that. But every time it rains now, all I see is her sitting, just laying in the rain, bro. She go like this. When the raindrops get in her eyes, she be like, we be walking, she keep on going. This how she walk. Okay, I can do it. I got 2 hands now. So, when Bailee was doing her little prance walk, don't focus on these fingers and don't focus on these fingers. Just focus on these two, the thumb and this what, index finger, pointer finger, that shit. Oh, That's how she did her little prance walk when she walking. That's how she walked. And she run like this though. It's crazy. I just watch her walk all the time, so I'm like, it was a difference between her walk and her run. Cause when she walked, it seemed so dainty. She wasn't bougie by any means. If you know Bailee would be rolling on her back. She getting dirty. She getting in the mud. Bro, if you ever, I can't complain about her no more. I'm still complaining about her. I used to get so mad. I'd be like, Bailee. She would come back. I would let her run, right? I just had that boom, boom. She would come back and she would have stuff on her neck. How the hell you get shit on your neck? What the fuck is this? And it stink. And I looked up why dogs do that. And it was like, sometimes your dog do it just to get a reaction out of you. It ain't about good or bad. Your dog just do it. And so now when I say that, they be like, you want me to get mad? No, she don't want you to get mad, but I want some attention. And then I finally caught her. I never understood, like, how are you getting stuff on your neck? I'm not gonna try to do too much of a reenactment, but I saw her do it. And then I was like, this is how she do it. And it's so crazy because she smelled it first. So she would smell it She went this, and then she just she just throw herself in the shit and just be rolling in it. I saw her do that one time. I was like, Bailee, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, ain't it? It's crazy. If it rain right now, you know even like just the craziest and the slightest whatever. The phone. The only reason I would move is because the phone gonna mess up. But if the phone didn't mess up, I would just sit for a little bit in the rain. I would pack my stuff up a little bit, but I would sit for a little bit. But maybe it's just the wind blowing because it rained already, and when the wind blows and the water come off the trees, I think that's probably what that just was. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, she was rolling that joint, bro. She was rolling that joint. But I used to watch her walk. Oh, so I was saying that to say like Bailee is not. I wouldn't say Bailee was a bougie dog, by any means. But it was certain things when you look at her though, she had certain qualities. You like she could be, but that was a dog for sure. True, through and through. Bailee was a dog, bro, and she was gonna let you know. She was. I'm here. I'm gonna bark. I'm gonna fetch. I ain't see her really dig too many holes. She dug a couple holes before, and when she did it, I ain't know. It was so random. I was like, what it? Like the first time I saw her dig her, I was like, I ain't stop her from digging. I was wondering like, okay, how long? I want to know. I was gonna know how long you gonna dig. She went for no reason. Like in the shows or something, in shows and cartoons, the dog will dig a hole and bury something in it. I've seen Bailee dig a hole, and then she just left it. She ain't put nothing in the shit. So I don't know where that notion came from. Maybe dogs do that. I've only seen Bailee. I think I've seen Bailee maybe dig like 2 or 3 holes. That's not something she really did. She didn't really do that, but she's done it before. So, but her walk was bougie. It was her walk, bro. Her walk was bougie, bro. When she ready to run, when she running, she out. Out. And I love to watch her fucking run. And that was the last thing I seen her do, run. She just ran the wrong way. But nothing happens for no reason. Everything happens on purpose. So maybe she ran the right way when she made that left turn. Maybe she ran the right way when she made that left turn. Yesterday, the song I guess it was good and this and the third, whatever, but I was sitting there walking, about to come dig the grave, and it was like, how do I say goodbye to what we had? The good times that made us laugh. That moment right there, I heard the good times that made us laugh. I couldn't think of a specific moment. I just know that we had times that I laughed. I had times that I laughed with her. I couldn't think of a specific time, but that's one thing about your fucking memory. And they say, you don't know. Like when somebody leaves, you may not know the particular instant. You probably get to a point of even forgetting what they did, but you know how they made you feel. That's a quote. You at some point will forget And that whole, and all of this shit, and these are all the things that make me mad again, because I don't ever want to forget any fucking thing, and I'm already forgetting things, and it's making me mad. But you gonna forget the moment, you gonna forget what they did, you might forget what they said. And that's depending on what the fuck they did and what they said. And those certain things just take a little bit longer, good or bad. But you gonna remember how this shit made you feel. And it said the good times that made us laugh, and I couldn't think of a specific time that made us laugh because the song kept going. The good times that made us laugh, and that's when I started to cry. Because I just know that there was good times that I just felt, there was times that I laughed and that's one thing I was sitting there, I was like, man, I don't even think Bailee's just trying to be funny, but she is funny. Bailee is funny. I don't think she's trying to be funny right now, but she is funny. The time when she was walking, oh, if you want to talk about an ugly laugh, I had the ugliest laugh. I don't even like showing this video. On her birthday, and I got her them shoes, and she was walking all funny. I was like, Bailee, why are you walking like this? And I laughed. The good time that made us laugh outweigh the bad. And then the song keep going. I thought we'd get to forever. I know who sung that song, but who wrote them lines, boy? I thought we get to see forever, but forever is gone away. And all of those lines was hitting. The good times that made us laugh. I thought we'd get to see forever. Forever is going away. And every time I cried a little bit harder. And the shit was, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, and yesterday was the last. Well, yesterday was the difference between any day and any other day, and only one day of the week is called a Sunday, but the sun come up every day. Bailee, I'm just trying to have a little goddamn fun. Cause the one lesson I learned was Bailee is always want to play, so I gotta play. And this is the only way I can have some type of fun. I gotta make a goddamn joke. But when I heard that song, it's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. The day that I heard it, yesterday was your last day, but yesterday wasn't your last day. It was the day before yesterday. I want to write you a book. I just want to call it Bailee. Because even today, the most disrespectful ass shit when somebody spells your name wrong. Somebody will sit here and try to send condolences and say rest in peace and then spell your fucking name wrong. And I don't even want to say thank you. I ain't acknowledging shit. Bitch, you don't know how to spell Bailee's fucking name. I get mad again. Bailee, they still out here spelling your fucking name wrong. I don't care if they did or did not know how to spell that shit. You should have fucking learned that shit before you even sent that goddamn message. Spelling her fucking name wrong. I ain't saying thank you to none of that shit. I'm correcting every fucking person that spells your goddamn name wrong. Saying, why the hell would I say thank you? It's just a name. It's just a text. It's just a message. Why does it matter how it's spelled? It's still pronounced the same. None of these bitches mean more to you. If I was ever gonna get mad, I got mad at Bailee, and I miss being mad at her. I don't have time to get mad at a person because a person doesn't matter more than Bailee. A person doesn't matter more than anything. There's not one goddamn person I can say mattered more or meant more to me than Bailee. I can't get mad at you bitches. I miss being mad at Bailee. I can't even be mad at my girl no more. You think I'm gonna get mad at you? And I can't get mad at my dog? I'm trying to understand though. Somebody spelled her name wrong. It's pronounced the same. It's pronounced the same. I wonder if that's how God feels. If that's God's name. You spelling it wrong. I wonder maybe you get at the guy and be like, he's spelling it wrong. Don't even acknowledge it. You've been calling me the wrong name. Imagine that. Imagine meeting God. And God's like, that's not my name. Boy. Somebody asked me that. They said, if you got a chance to meet God, what would you say? If you got a question to ask God, if you could ask God one question, what question would you ask God? If you could ask God one question, what question would you ask God? I said, you know, that's a good question. What would you do? You know what the person said? The person said, well, let me also say this because I can make another point. The man was a preacher, standing in front of a store. I'm talking cryptically, descriptively. I'm having fun, Bailee. If that's what you want. You want to play. I'm having fun. And he was trying to get people to come to his church. And so I said, what question would you ask God? And he said, am I doing what you want me to do? Am I living life the way you want me to live life? I looked at him. I said, you have to entertain the thought that even though you're a preacher, this was the craziest thing. And this is what I said to the preacher. I said, what if, because that's the thing, they get caught up in being something. A lawyer, a doctor, a teacher, a preacher, this, that. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. And what if you ask God, is this what you're supposed to be doing? And he says, no. I said, and so then I said, you have to entertain that thought. That you over here, you're a preacher. And what if God looked at you and was like, that's not what I want you to do? I said, what then would you do? You have to entertain that thought. And this is me. I'm sitting here questioning. I'm like, you got to sit here and entertain the thought that you're not doing what he wants you to do. And so, if that wasn't true, what would you really be doing with your life? I was like, what would you be doing with your life if that's not what he wanted you to do? How would you feel? How would you feel? And this is me telling this man as a preacher standing in front of the store giving people these postcards that come to his church. You know, I looked at his postcard, it had a typo on it. I'm so judgmental. So, if I looked at it, I'm saying to this preacher, what would you do differently? Because then you got to sit here and say that all this time you spent trying to become a preacher and doing this and the third, that's not what he wanted you to do. So all of that energy and effort that you put into this, he ain't know. Because I had to go back to the drawing board. Isn't that crazy? We always say we got to go back to the drawing as an artist board. You know what I wrote? I just spelled out Bailee's name. And it's a bitch who still don't know how to spell Bailee's name. To this day. You ever got in trouble and had to write the same thing over and over, repeatedly? Some people, they get to writing and they just start messing stuff up and don't even correct it. What if somebody looked at everything you wrote and was like, what if they said, write this 100 times, exactly like this, and you messed up on maybe like the 85th time, but you're like, okay, nobody's gonna, this is crazy I said 85th because this is the 85th right here. And it's like, you messed up on the 85th, but you was like, you know what, nobody's gonna know I messed up on the 85th, and keep going. And then somebody looks and is like, you messed up. And you like, where? Hopefully they tell you on the 85th. You like, oh shit, how did you know? Somebody was watching you that hard just to know exactly where you messed up at. Because you can't be perfect. Not for nothing you do. Not for nothing. So, I used to be like, what are we gonna do today, Bailee? What are we going to do? What do you want to do today, Bailee? And she couldn't talk to me. So, you wanna go to a park? You wanna go to the play? You wanna go to the river? What you wanna do today? Sometimes I already knew, like, we're not gonna be able to go here today. We're not going to here today. We gotta do this today, Bailee. The only way I can make certain stuff up to her, I feel like I can make something up to her, is like give her some. I'm like, okay, babe, if you can just stick through this, make sure you get some. Make sure you get some good food. You can get some chicken. You can get some chicken, or you can get some Riley's fries. I'll make sure you get some good food though, babe. Then we'll go back through the drive-thru. We will eat the food, and then we'll go back to the drive-thru, and they'll be like, you know what? Here's some free fries. Here's a hot dog for your dog. I do not like hot dogs. But I'm like, get it, Bailee, tear it up. I try to tell people, you should probably like cut it up, give it to her piece by piece, because if you just, it's gonna be gone. You wanna give it to her like, you wanna make her eat it a little bit slower. And I pour the food on the ground. There's one thing I figured out. I figured out how to slow her eating down. Because she would just scarf it down. But if I put it on the ground, she would have to like search for it. As the rice, oh, she would get every piece of rice, bro. Like it's some rice. I poured some rice out on it. It's some rice right here. The can the last can that I had, I didn't finish it, but I don't even know. Oh, I don't know how the rice and the chicken got right here. I think because I poured it on her, I poured an error. Yeah, I poured the chicken. I poured some chicken and rice. Yeah, it's still some chicken and rice over here. Still some chicken and rice. And that's like, I don't want to keep doing that because there's going to be some flies and stuff over here. I don't want to keep doing that. But it's still some rice over here. And Bailee it's still some rice, chicken, and chicken, sausage, and rice gumbo. Spicy. You know you got a favorite food? People might ask you, well, what's your favorite food? Well, it's gonna be chicken sausage gumbo. Out the can. They might ask you, what's your favorite color? Well, I think my favorite color is gonna be pink. Pink, pink, you stink. You're out. Why's your favorite color going pink? Well, I used to say red. Pink is a variation of red. But that was the last color she wore. The last color that she wore was red. I mean, excuse me, a variation of red. The last color she wore was pink. I put her in the red harness, but I was like, I don't want you to mess this one up. I don't want you to mess up the red harness. And I really like you in the tan harness. You look tough as hell in the tan harness. But if you're gonna mess up, you're gonna play, you can play in the black harness. So it'll be like, that's what I'm gonna say. You know. Somebody asked me what's my favorite color? Pink. Why's your favorite color pink? I have to say that because it gives me a chance to talk about it without me having to force the conversation so I can talk about it. So like, what's your favorite color? Pink. Because me as a man, they're gonna say, well, why is your favorite color pink? And I get to say, well, my daughter Bailee, that was the last thing she wore. They can be like, what's your favorite food? I'm be like, chicken sausage gumbo, spicy. Why is that your favorite food? Cause that's what me and Bailee ate. That's what me and Bailee ate. You know how sometimes you gotta sit there and really think about what's your favorite foods and stuff gonna be? This time it's like a reason. It's not even because, oh, it just tastes really good. And I was like, it's a reason. You know, somebody, what you call it? Read the room. March 17th, 2020. June 5th, 2025, 9:59 p.m. They say she might have been 36 years old, but she was a Labrador. She's a working dog. She did a lot, ran a lot, played a lot. So she might be closer to 40. If you play Pokemon, any of the starter Pokemon, they evolve at level 36. I like to think Bailee evolved. There's this movie, they said, every time you hear a ding, an angel gets his wings. It's a movie that says this, right? It's a movie that says every time you hear ding, an angel gets his wings. And yesterday, as I was walking away from here, I heard some dings. And it was a man and his daughter riding a bike. They were dinging to let me know to get out the way. And I said, Bailee got her wings. And that happened yesterday as I was walking away from here. I like to think, well, I'm going to tell myself, Bailee got her wings yesterday. And that happened pretty fast. You know how there's a Peaky Blinders, the lady, she says, and like they about to make a toast. They're making a toast, and she says, I don't remember exactly what she says, but it's along the lines of like you being dead for a certain period of time before God or the devil knows that you're dead. May you be whatever long enough before God or the devil knows that you're dead. If I really wanted to, I could potentially probably maybe estimate the time it took for me to walk from here to finally walk over there. Around about what time I heard the ding when Bailee got her wings. All I know, it didn't take too long, because Bailee was perfect. I don't like to talk in the past tense. Bailee is perfect. I hate talking in the past tense. That shit make me mad. That shit make me sad when I gotta talk about her in the past tense. I don't like to say Bailee was perfect. I like to say Bailee is perfect in the present tense, because she always is, and she always will be, here and now and forevermore. Bailee is always perfect. Even when I felt like she didn't do something particularly this and the third, that was probably the right thing to do, and that was supposed to happen. You ever heard of a beautiful death? You know, the samurais would take it as honor that if I'm gonna die, I died in battle. Bailee died with the zoomies. Bailee died running. I ain't see it coming. But apparently in some part of eternity, when I say a perfect death, you know, damn it, she fucking made a left at the right time and went running. You know how every time, if I gotta make a left turn, you know, every time I cross the street, and I see a car coming, I think about Bailee. I said, that's diabolical, Bailee. The smallest moments. I tell you what. Forgive me for the way I phrase it, but Bailee is whipping my ass mentally. Bailee is whipping my ass mentally, boy. There ain't much I can do, because everything that we've done is one thing, but any new experience is still gonna be without her. Every day is a new day, and every day is a fucking new experience without her. There's an infinite amount of time before she was born, and there's gonna be an infinite amount of time in which after she was born, and at some point in time, she will no longer exist. And neither will I. So why is anything important? She was like, you better go out here and play. You better go out here and play. You better have some fun. That's what you better do. You don't know your last time you can be able to play. They say there's this one's not a meme. Maybe somebody probably made it. There was, if you used to play with your friends growing up, whatever y'all used to do, there probably was a point in time where that was gonna be the last time y'all was ever together, and y'all did not know it. And y'all gonna be like, and then not only are you not gonna know that was your that you don't know that was the last time you was gonna spend together. You don't even remember it. You don't even remember to say, when was the last time that we was sitting there? Like when I think about it, when I think about that, you know, growing up playing basketball, playing football, we'll walk to the elementary school and play on the basketball courts. None of us could tell you that the last time we all went to the basketball court to play basketball. None of us could tell you the last time we went to the football field to play football. I tell you what though, I know the last time I played basketball with Bailee, I made a video out of that. I know the last time I do have a football. I may not be there to tell you the exact date I threw a football with her though, and she caught it, but it was for other people, and I was like, because they was like, oh, she's really good at this and the third. I was like, yeah, if you throw it, she'll catch it. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Boom, give me. I was like, boom, throw the football, and she'll go out there and catch it. I was like, see, told you. And I do know that much though too. Her last day, again, we go to the river. She finds a random ball. I don't want to touch it. I look at it, I'm like, Bailee, I'm not touching that ball. I'm not touching that ball. And I'm not sure if she do it. She understands so much. But, and you know, even with her understanding me, she be like, I don't care. Throw it. I keep walking past. I ain't throwing that ball. Oh, you're not gonna throw it right now? You gonna throw it later? Okay, here, throw it. And then she like, okay, fine. Here's a stick. You gonna throw this? Okay. Here's a pine cone. You gonna throw it? I buried her with a stick and a pine cone. I buried her, and at least with a little tennis ball. I buried her with a tennis ball, a stick, a pine cone, and my hat, and a Pokemon card. Because I felt like I had a Pokemon when I got her. When I got her, she was standing there in the grass looking at me. I was like, oh. And I just thought about, I forget how, I don't know if I dropped her. Or Bailee fell on her head a couple of times. People call her the smart, Bailee's a really, everybody who said, they was like, yo, she's a really smart dog. But Bailee fell on her head a couple of times. You know, and then anytime something happened, you be like, is my dog gonna be okay? Bro, She fell on the head once, like as a pup. She fell out the car like 3 times, bro. Maybe 4. So I remember one time she fell out the car. She ain't had no seatbelt on. And so that teach you to get the little thing that's it's like a leash, but it buckle up and you can put it on their harness or their collar so that they don't, you know what I'm saying, fall out the car. I remember one time I was like, what makes you just want to just decide to just jump out a movement right now? What? And you know, it happened when it happens the first time, like, yo. It happened one time when she was like as a pup, and then it happened another time. We was getting out of the parking lot, and we driving. I'm like, what in the world? And then there was one time we was at a Walmart parking lot, and I was like, and then I'm like, yo, there's cars coming by, and she just whoop, just jump. What the hell? That might have been that. That might have been the last time she fell out the car. At that one point, I think that's for right now. That's the last time I can remember. I know for sure she's fell out the car at least 3 times. It's a part of a dog's life. She survived all of that. The crazy thing is, I used to throw stuff in the water, and when I threw stuff in the water, well, one part in the river, it's a dip. And I threw something, and I knew she was gonna try to get it. And this is bad, you know? But she went to try to get it. She was so determined. Like, I used to lay there, and I used to throw things out in the rocks, and let her go search for it. And she would search and search and search, and then finally bring it back. And it was so amazing because it was like she always found it. Like sometimes I would try to tell people, okay, if you want her to go get it, like, because she's so anxious, she's gonna run first. And so if you throw it while she's already running, if she don't see it, she didn't see you throw it, she didn't see the direction you threw it. So wait, she's gonna run, she's gonna turn around if she don't see anything. That's when you supposed to, and then I was like, then throw it, and she'll make sure she get it. And then so sometimes though, to give myself a little extra time, I would throw it. I would throw it when she's not looking, and then she would still find it though. It would take her a little while, but she would still find it. But I was throwing stuff into the river, and she was swimming. And I remember one time she was trying to swim against the current. She was trying to swim upstream to go get whatever it was. And then she was like, oh man, I ain't gonna get it. No, she would just swim back to the shore. And but I was saying that to say that it was times where she would like, it was a dip. And I remember the first time if she fell off that dip, I'm like, and then I see her head pop back up. I'm like, oh snap. Like, she survived. And that was the whole thing. I was like, Bailee, I was like, pray for my dog. Ain't nothing wrong with her. She just lived with me. All those times I would go into a store and she was just in a hot car. Or I had to go to work and she got to sit in a cold car. And the whole time I'm just worried like, yo, she's still gonna be there when I get back out. And she was always there when I came back out. So the last song that we played was the I Don't Wanna, Aaliyah. And it was just, coincidence is God's way of showing you, no, coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. That was the last song on the live stream that I played with her. And I don't want to live without you. And I don't like it because it's like, you know how true of a statement that can be. Like, I don't want to live without you. And that's why I get mad at her. She's like, how you still getting mad at me? She's like, ain't life easier now? You don't gotta care no more. You don't gotta share your food. You don't gotta do this. Shouldn't you be happy? You don't gotta care no more? Live without me. She can't say it. Bad joke. Bad joke. Niggas die every day, B. You tough nigga. You be alright. So, this the one from yesterday. This is the one from today. You know. Oh, is it hanging on by the edge of your seat? That's what I'm doing. I'm hanging on by the edge of my seat. Because I gotta live every day. I gotta live every moment without her. And I gotta figure that out. I got you know how I had, and I was like, yo, I wasn't, and I think people could tell. I'm not the type of person, like, if I got a good thing, I don't have to lose something to realize I got a good thing. You know? So that was the one thing about Bailee too. I was like, I don't have to lose you to realize how good you are. I don't want to talk in the past tense. I don't want to, you know, I didn't feel like I had to lose her to understand that. I had already lost her for a month. I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to go through that to understand how important you were to me, how important, I don't want to talk in the past tense, how important you are to me. But I say that, and the reason I say that is the intentionality behind every thought, behind every action, behind every motion, behind every word. You know, when I leave this spot, why? For what? What are we gonna do today, Bailee? Why would I continue to walk? It's the intentionality behind anything that I have to sit here and do and say. And if there's ever a moment and I'm saying, like, why am I talking about her for so long? And to change the subject to something and to go walk somewhere and to do something without her, and I have to figure out every day and every moment. I have to figure out every day and every moment without her. It's like, what the hell am I gonna do? And why would I choose to do this or do that without you? What the hell? Why do I have to figure that out? Why do I have to figure out each moment that I'm gonna live without her? And that makes it so important. If life without her, that makes life is so important. What are you gonna do? What I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna say? Which way I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go that way. Why would I go this way? Why would I go that way? And you don't understand the dog. Why is the dog moving this way or moving that way? But for her, any which way she moved for the most part was based on which way I was gonna move. She would run ahead of me, but she would look back to see me. Just, is this the way we're going? Are we going this way? And that's what I can see. I can see her going back to sniffing. The birds is chirping, Bailee. Good compliment yesterday. Somebody said, "Where's your shadow?" I said, "That's a good one." Where's your shadow? And I was like, but if the person realized, I was like, you do realize that you would see her before you saw me? Because she would come run up to you. She would have saw you. She saw so many things, bro. Cause I tell you what, bro. Half the squirrels that she... Why are you pulling the leash, babe? Stop pulling the leash. Somebody said you shouldn't say the word stop to your dog. Because what does stop mean? Stop what? Stop this, stop that. What the hell does stop look like? How do you stop? Stop what? It's always telling her to stop. I was like, go play. I kept telling her to go play. You know, you've been a hypocrite. Go play. You sitting down. How I'ma play if you ain't gonna go play? Go play. I'm too tired. Go play, babe. You can just go play. I know you're not tired. You sitting down, I'll lay down. She got excited if I stood up. If I stood up. All I gotta do is, all right. She be like, all I do is grab this bag. Well, the thing about grabbing the bag was there potentially might be food in the bag. So if I grab the bag, there potentially might be food in the bag. She would sniff the bag, just like, some food in there? You pulling my food out? She ain't there. ever had a voice. But she would howl. She would bark. And you know, there's times we were trying to hide. So we trying to hide, but a car pulls up. I don't even realize the car pulled up or something. I don't know. And he's like, but you can hear voices on the other side. And she, I'm like, shh, you gotta be quiet, babe. You gotta be quiet. And she wanna bark. And I'm just trying to stop her from barking. Cause we gotta hide. And this is not a game. We ain't playing hide and go seek and ain't nobody looking for us, but you can't let them know we right here right now. The birds are still chirping, Bailee. So, okay. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. Bailee passed away on a Thursday. Guess when I got this book? Bailee passed away on a Thursday. Guess when I got this book? On a Thursday. The reason I say that is to say, I drew her. She was asleep. I mean, now she has an eternal sleep, right? But she was asleep. This is the last picture I drew of her. I was about to try to draw her right now, see if I could draw her from memory. I would not do it justice. And you know, I just tried to sketch it out. I tried to sketch it out, right? This is the last picture I drew of her. Because she was finally sleeping, just laying still enough for I could try to draw her. And so, you know, the other part of the crazy thing is, like for me, because you see, I was trying to draw, I wasn't like, I'm gonna take my time and get every detail, right? But now it's like, we were just sitting under the bridge and she was sleeping, so maybe I should have took a little more time to draw a little more detail. You know what? But you know what I can tell? She had a bandana on. She had her bandana on. I can't tell you that much. She lost that bandana. I looked at her because the bandana was tied, but she always keep her nose to the ground, and so the bandana would slip off her neck sometimes. And so one day she came back to me and she brought a stick. She wanted to play, and guess what I do? I get mad at her. Where's your bandana at? And there's like a couple things I could say to her, And she knew, like, so, bruh, she come back to me with this stick, and she ain't got her bandana on. I'm like, where's your bandana at? She said, where the fuck is your bandana? She don't like when I get, she know when I'm mad. She don't like that shit. She be like, and then she started to like back away and like, oh. And then the other thing, if I would say, this was another thing I would say, what are you eating? I was like, or if I said, what did you just eat? She would walk and she was like, I can't get mad at her. It's some food. She survived. She lived. I can't be mad at her to the end. I just didn't know what she ate. I ain't, you don't want her to get sick or this and the third. But anything, most like if she didn't eat some shit, it was probably good for her. She everything she ate, she didn't die from nothing she ate. So isn't that the thing? So she ate, she was gonna be all right. But I'd be like, even if I wasn't gonna get all like really really mad at her, I would still sometimes I would say it just to whatchamacallit. And I was just like, what'd you eat? What'd you just eat? She was like, she would turn her head so slow. Bailee, what did you just eat? She'd be like, oh man. The last time I drew a picture of Bailee. So the other thing, so what I'm saying looking at like, did I write anything about her? So it's not true, but I thought about it. So I was eating Pringles. And you know what she's waiting for? She's waiting for me to give her a Pringle. And so what I wrote down was, because I thought, not that it's a cool thing or anything like that, but I was like, it's just an idea. I gave her one chip. I was like, I was eating the Pringles, and it was like she's just watching me. She walking, and so sometimes a way I would like to help me walk with her without a leash. If I had like food or something, she would stay really close nearby me because she was waiting for me to give her some food. So I had the chip, and of course I want to eat the chip. The chips is good, but I was like, I gave her one chip. Now the thing about giving her the one chip is, so boom, she's already waiting for when you gonna share. When you gonna share? You gonna give me a chip? I'm gonna get some Pringles. I'm gonna get some Pringles today. I'm gonna get some Pringles today. I'm gonna eat some Pringles. But I'm not gonna eat all the Pringles. So so we walking. She waiting for her, and then I give her a chip. So now what she's doing? She waiting for the next chip. And I think I eventually ended up giving her some more chips. But the thought process was, I gave her one chip. She didn't know when. She never saw another, but she waited for her next chip. And then I drew her. We made it to the safe spot. Trying to see the next time I wrote about her. And then like, You know, I'm saying looking at this and like not mentioning her, like me not mentioning her, and but knowing that she's with me. What me writing any of this, she was with me. All right, this is no maybe. Okay, next time. The next thing I wrote about her was 2025 feels like 2019. Not really, but I got her in 2020. Um, I'm not sure. I said me and Babe. I'm not sure if this was okay. If this might have been the time I the past month or so, because you know when COVID hit, that's when I got her, and so it was only me and her in the house every day. Like it was like when COVID hit, and then you know some like that was one thing I appreciated about it. Like I was just in the house with Bailee every day, not in the house, but like because you know you gotta go outside every day. You gotta take your dog outside. You gotta take your dog outside every day. Um, but I was like, well, it's like the past few months felt like that because it was like it's just me and you, like how it was when I first got you. So that was I said this was might have been when I realized like it feels like that. It feels like the first time it was just it's like all we had to do was just me and you. Uh, and then the 16th, the next time I wrote about her was because I wrote about her because I thought I was gonna I thought I was gonna be quick when I went inside to I had to go inside the library to start making the t-shirts and designing t-shirts and stuff. I was like, I already know what the design gonna be. I done emailed it to myself. It's not gonna take too long. And I thought it was gonna be 10 minutes. I ended up being 50 minutes. So from 10:43, because I remember it was 10:40. I remember that I went into the library at 10:43. I didn't come back out until 11:33. And I was like, Bailee waited for me the whole time. So then we went and got pizza and a Baja Blast. And the people who gave us the pizza kind of realized the situation we was in, and they put extra pieces of. We got a sausage pizza, and they put extra like sausages and pieces in there for Bailee, and I fed her those. And then this on this same day, or if it might have later. We were sitting outside, and I have the lady's name written here, but that's the day she gave us a gallon of water. She gave us some gummy bears, Gatorade, and another water bottle, and she bought Bailee some dog food, and like I think like 2 cans. She brought like she got Bailee 2 soft cans of dog food and kibble, and then from there, we went to the library. I went to the library, and I played with Bay. And the next time I wrote about her, was her last day. So today is the 7th. And what made me mad, when I woke up this morning, I woke up at 6:35. At first it was, I didn't set an alarm. And I was scared somebody might see me. So I woke up, because it was, I woke up and, it was light, and I'm like, oh shit, somebody might have saw me. But nobody was there. So, and I woke up, and then I thought about what I was gonna say to her. And I thought about the fact that she's gonna miss, she's gonna miss me having my first kid, and me trying to figure out how I'm going to explain how I'm going to explain Bailee to my first kid. Like, this is Bailee. And they'll never get to pet her. They'll never get to hear her bark. They'll never get to, she won't be able to sleep. I think I just said all this, but she won't be able to interact with them. That's like, you can, that's what, I don't know. That, like, this is why I have trouble thinking, believing certain things. And I think anybody also has this, right? The things that you saw, you thought was gonna happen, and that's why I just really of things that are gonna happen, and she's not gonna be there for that. I think that was. And I'm probably gonna think of something later. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? For this or for that. For this or for that. But that was the big one that was just like, yo, she not here for that. She not here for that. So I thought about it, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some Pringles. And the thing now, even with something like that, right? How much am I gonna give to her? I don't want to come over here and make a mess every day. I don't want to come over here. There's a pile of food over here making a mess, because every day I come over here, drop some food. But I bury her with some food. I put some more food right there. She ain't never gonna eat it. Okay. I'm gonna get some Pringles. She only ever ate. Well, no, I can't say that. I can't say that. But for the most part, she mainly ate the Pringles that I ate the last few days or so with some salt and vinegar Pringles. Like each of these mean something. So this is 85, right? 85 was my first time visiting her again. '84 was in the rain last night. That was my first one in the rain, first rain without her. '83 was when I finished digging the grave. '82 was right before I dug it. I think if there's one thing that I said that I liked that I said was I can't say I love you enough to make up for the times and the days that I didn't say I love you. And as I was carrying her, that was the only thing I was saying. I love you, babe. 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 I love you, baby. And I kept saying, and I kept hoping and thinking that, if there's a prayer, if that was enough for the prayer, if the prayer is like, can that bring you back? If I say it enough times, if I say I love you enough, will that bring you back? Will you just try to move? You just keep on breathing. I won't be able to say I love you enough to make up for all the days I didn't say I love you. And there was times that I just used to say it randomly, and I used to say it a lot just to make up for the times and the days that I didn't say it. And I should have said it more often. And I'll never be able to say it enough. You ever know what you want your last words to be? Imagine being on the deathbed, and they be like, and I just look at somebody and say, tell Bailee I love her. And I'm so happy and I'm so glad that on that last live stream that I said it. I pointed the camera at her and I was like, I love her. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I had to Google that. It's not a life. It's not a what a wonderful life. No, it's what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I am so glad that I said it. And the reason I'm glad that I'm said it, because it's at least like if a feeling in a day, I know that I said it at least once. I know I at least, and I'm pretty sure I said it later in the day. That was our last conversation that me and her. The last conversation me and her had, I was doing this. I was like, we got a TV show, babe. We got a TV show, babe. I said, you my co-host. You my co-host. And she looked at me. And I was like, okay, I'm your co-host. It's your show. Daily Bailee Adventures. What we gonna do today, babe? Daily Bailee Adventures. You know, I like these shoes now. I didn't like these shoes because they were yellow. But now I like them because they was yellow and Bailee was yellow. So now when somebody asks, what's your favorite color? Pink and yellow. Bailee had a yellow rain jacket. I don't like talking in the past tense. Bailee has a yellow rain jacket. She has, and she got green rain boots. She got green rain boots. What's your favorite color? Pink, yellow, any color Bailee had on. What's your favorite color? The color of my dog. Yeah, if there was a jacket, this is the last jacket that she laid on. Cause I really was like this, and I put it down. I was like, move, babe. I was like, move, babe. I gotta lay right here. It was crazy. As soon as I put the jacket down, I don't know what, I would like turn this at third. She would lay on the jacket. Bailee, what is you doing? I gotta lay right here. Don't you wish I wish she could just lay on my jacket one more time? Just say, move, just tell her, move again. Or just like, fuck it, you can lay right here, you lay on my jacket. This is a dirty jacket, boy. But I don't mind it. I don't mind this dirty jacket. I don't mind this dirty jacket. Because Bailee would get dirty every day. Stop pulling the leash, Bailee. You know what I found? So Bailee was my security. I didn't have to walk around with no type of protection. Now I gotta walk around. Some type of protection. Sometimes I felt a little safer. But now I don't feel as safe. Now I don't feel as safe. So, trying to think. It's the next day, another day without Bailee. So, you know, it used to be 2 cans and some chips, and drink or something. Just trying to make this shit work. I had to share. Yesterday I had lemonade and soda. Yeah, lemonade and soda. So, damn. I wanna phone at 11%. Phone is at 11%. So I guess I gotta charge first. Because we're gonna eat Pringles with Bailee. Excuse me. We're gonna eat Pringles without Bailee. Excuse the fuck out of me. We're gonna eat Pringles without Bailee. Excuse the fuck out of me. So. I'm not at that point yet. You know, everybody doesn't know you or know what you got going on. So I'll be trying not to, I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude, people. Somebody asking me what happened, this, that, and the third. You know, I used to be really smart. Like, it's all these goddamn videos and this, that, and the third. Fuck, I look like telling you and explaining to you anything. It's all a fucking distraction. I don't know why. You know, so, like somebody legitimately might not know you or something, or don't know what you got going on. But right now, right now, these are my first few days without Bailee. So, I don't appreciate that shit. You're like, you don't know Bailee? The fuck are you talking to me? How you not know anything about her? When all I do is fucking talk about her. time is it? So I will thinking about if I should do it now or later. I do have to charge the phone. Sometimes I get to a moment like this, I'm just like, certain moments and times was about, being seen and people seeing me or anything like that. And if I have to sit there and have to question, they have to talk to me. Sit there and just explain. The only reason I'm here is because I'm trying to do this so I can do this. That's what I would rather do right now. So I'm going to try to stick to that plan and not try to deviate too much. Try not to be scared of all these other if, ands, and things that might happen. It may never happen. But this is the plan I'm going to try to stick to. I'm going to try to get some Pringles. Maybe a can. I'm going to try to get a can. I'm going to try to get some Pringles. The Pringles is the only main thing, because that was the thing I was like, okay, let's do that. I gotta charge my phone. And I'm gonna wait. And then come right back here. And even that, right? I'm gonna come right back here. Yeah. I don't know. It just, I don't know. So that's how I think about it sometimes. If I eat Pringles and whatchamacallit without her, the soup maybe. No. The last time I had soup, I was with her. Even when I came over here, yeah. I did that already. Okay, yeah, because it's chicken and rice and sausage over here. So yeah, I did that. But it's still just a matter of. So I'm gonna try to just charge my phone a little bit. I'm gonna try to do that and come back to bed. And things are a little slower, By this time, I'd be thinking about that too. By this time, we would have already done that. We would have already ate by now. We might still be sitting under the tree, maybe. I would probably still have. I put the iPad away because I don't want to be carrying that around. I don't have my security no more. So we would have already ate by now and things. So we're kind of behind on the day, babe. But last night I was able to sit in the chair. I didn't have to move. She wasn't there to whimper. To tell me to she wasn't there to bother me. She wasn't there to bother me to say, I'm bored. Even if we're not playing, I don't want to be right here. So I'll be right back, babe. Well, not right back. I had to go charge the phone, and I'll be back.